Hi everybody, Chris and PJ here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Happy Wednesday, sir.
Happy Wednesday, not just any Wednesday, PJ, and our friends out there, but Mailbag Wednesday.
Yeah, our favorite one of the Wednesdays that we have. I like that.
That's correct. And so we figured we'd stand right here on stage A, where if you have the lucky ticket to win the 2 Roushes, you're going to be standing too, and you're going to get the keys and the title, and maybe even drive one of them home.
We had a lot of fun yesterday.
Yeah.
We were looking at that P51A.
Yeah, the mural. You still into that mural, PJ?
Loving that mural.
Oh, here we go.
Give everybody a quick view of that mural. It's pretty wild. I don't think there's not many cars that have that, Chris.
That's right.
Tell me another car that has a mural.
Well, you know, I mean custom cars. And I got to be honest with you, if you went to car shows in the 80s and the 90s and you popped the hood of a Corvette, you'd see murals on them all the time, right?
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, custom stuff. But those would be full-off custom cars. And I think that kind of theme has maybe backed off a little bit over the years, but that one is cool.
Now the engines are more about the performance and what's underneath the hood compared to the mural.
That's correct. There you go. We're going to start with Michael because Michael always has a question for us here in the Dream Giveaway Garage. Wants to know about those raised white letter tires on that 2023 Dodge Challenger SRT Super Stock.
Is that the one with the Nitto on it?
That's the one with the Nitto on it. And so I actually learned something on it because Michael had pointed out one of the Nittos was missing. And so I called the dealership and I'm like, it doesn't really have any miles on it. How are these missing? They're like, Chris, we don't think those raised white letters came from the factory. I said, okay, let me go and do some research because they look like something Dodge would have done on the Super Stock because the Super Stock is this limited edition drag pack car. Here's what we learned. They do come with Nitto drag radials, but someone prior to us getting that 2023 had put tire stickers, Nitto Stickers, over the tires or over the Nitto on the tires. And somehow, before we got it, one of those Nittos went off somewhere. Who knows where?
Or never got on.
And I've got to tell you, we've used we've used tire stickers on many of our projects before. You've seen them over the years. And they do really, really good stuff. And if someone did the instructions correctly, those aren't coming off, so I don't know why they came off. However, we called Tire Stickers. They said, no problem, guys. We love what you're doing at Dream Giveaway. And as we speak, there's a new set of Nitto raised white letter tire stickers on its way from Tire Stickers in California to Dream Giveaway in Florida, and they will be installed. So, Michael, do not worry. Those Nitto stickers on that one tire will be remediated.
Interesting. Well, that's a great job, Chris. Thanks for looking into that.
Yeah, it's probably more information than the rest of you needed to know. Okay, now, PJ, I need to know if you grabbed the copy of this or if we're going to show it on another day. Because the next question says, do we have a Dino Print Out on the Power in the Silverado?
I did not grab that.
So we're going to show that on another day, but it was sent to me today from ProCharger. And yes, we do have a Dino Print Out.
Kathy can probably put it in the...
Yeah, Kathy, why don't you put it in there? Because I know Kathy has a copy of it, so Kathy can post it in there for you guys to see.
And that was the dyno testing from which?
Dyno testing from ProCharger of our Silverado over there with the Corvette Z06.
Gotcha.
Here's what I noticed on it. So it's supposed to be, what, 610 horsepower? So that's at the crank. The rule of thumb used to be take off 15% for a parasitic loss. Anybody have a calculator? Okay, so let's say 15% of that would be 90 horsepower off. Do the math. Where do you expect that to be? Less than maybe 525, 535, somewhere in there. Well, I looked at this and I was pleasantly surprised because the power at the wheels was coming in at about 550 horsepower, which is pretty good. So maybe they're saying 610 at the crank conservatively. I don't know. I will tell you, however, that I also checked at where that horsepower peak was. And it's about 5,900 RPM. And that makes sense because on an LS engine, that's about where you want to shift. Maybe a little lower than where you want to shift. But with that supercharger, that's where that peak power was coming from. So you can see all of that in the dyno sheet that I'm sure Kathy will post for you.
She did say that she'll grab that and put it in there.
Okay, that's so nice. Thank you, Kathy. Dave would like to know, along with the 17-inch wheels, so he's talking about the 1969 Camaro.
Okay. That's
Cortez
paired with the
Silver,
Chevelle, right?
Right, the L78 car. It's over there. Don't turn that camera that way, PJ.
There's a lot of secret stuff going around.
Were the original wheels kept with the Camaro after the restoration? I don't know if they were kept with the Camaro after the restoration. What I do know is that when we purchased the car, we asked for the original wheels, and they were not available. Same with the heads. So we asked for both. So there you go. I must tell you, those are really nice 17-inch wheels, though. And listen, if you're really looking for 14-inch Rally 1 wheels to put back on it, you're going to be spinning those back tires a whole lot because that car's got a whole lot of power. And 14-inch Chevy Rally 1s are really, really easy to find.
Larry said, by the way, 518.5. That's your calculator.
518.5. Thank you for that. That's at a 15% parasitic loss, and it was coming in 550 or so. You can look at the dyno chart when Kathy puts it up. Mike would like to know, will those two classic big block Chevys do a 4 pole lengths burnout? That 69 Camaro will, all day long, all night long too. What a car, what a car. The 454 SS 454 Chevelle probably won't do a 4 pole length burnout, but it'll do a pretty nice burnout. So I'll tell you what, Mike says he's going to find out when we deliver the cars to him. Mike, that's that positive mental attitude.
We love it.
That we love here in the Dream Giveaway Garage. And we hope that one of you Facebook fans out there today win both of those. Cindy and Jerry. I love it because Cindy and Jerry send us questions all the time too. Were there color irons on the GTO ragtops itself? I don't understand the question.
Colored irons?
Irons. Maybe that's a typo. If you guys are watching live, please post what you mean by that. I'm not sure what you mean by irons. But was black or white the standard color ragtops? You could order 4 different standard color ragtops for a 1968 GTO. Let's see if everybody can come up with them.
Black.
Good, PJ.
White.
Good, PJ.
Blue?
No.
Red?
No.
Really?
No. Think of the LS6 that we gave away, the Chevelle.
Gold?
Gold. Gold was a standard color option,
Really?
convertible top option. And next one, kind of blue and kind of green, but kind of neither.
Like an aqua kind of a thing?
Kind of teal.
Oh, okay.
Teal.
All right.
So teal was the other standard color you could get on a GTO. And that's all on the body tag right there on the firewall. So you can decipher that and see what the original top color was. All right. How can we get through a Mailbag Wednesday without something from Roger?
Wait a minute. Roger also says maybe the charcoal on that other one. Maybe when we were talking black and white. Would charcoal be the color for the black one?
Charcoal for what, PJ?
The top, rag top.
No, black, white, gold, and teal. Those are the 4 colors.
Good deal.
Okay.
Well, Roger, I'm glad you're listening because here's your question.
Seems like ages since you've taken us on a ride along in one of the cars. PJ, you answer that.
I will answer that because there's a lot of times we run into internet issues that we are out live and it's choppy because we just can't get the thing.
That's the issue number 1.
That's the biggest one. And the second one is sometimes
Traffic.
traffic, and we don't like to really drive these cars too much around,
Right.
you know?
We'll let you guys drive them when you win them. And
right.
I would love to get back out there and to roast some gears and do it in a live video. But again, we kind of retired that portion of our Facebook Lives.
Yeah, just because of the travel and the fact that we're out there and we don't know what the internet's body is going to be and everything like that. So it doesn't induce, it's not inducive for a beautiful live show.
All right. So Jesus would like to know, can you show us a Shelby Dream giveaway, the Black Hat Supercharger? We can, but not today. I promise you that we will show them to you next week. We got to move some stuff around here, over here in the non-top secret area because there are top secret things so close to PJ. Wow, they're so close to PJ.
Yeah, they are.
So we can't do that right now.
Jesus has another question.
Yes.
He's just typing in here. If both you and me, if you could own a car that is currently in the Dream Giveaway garage as a young man, which would you get? Ooh, that's a good one.
You want to go first?
I still got to go with that 65 Restomod Corvette.
With the 65 Restomod Corvette. And, okay, so now we have to go back to, let's pick an arbitrary age. Age 25.
I was going to say 24, but
that's okay.
That's a great
so
guess.
we have the right idea there. I would say plum crazy for a 46
Really?
pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and listen, the reason that I said age 25 is that I was going to say Cadillac, but that didn't come out until in my 50s, right? The black one car. There you go. Thanks for that question.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, Robert would like to know, could you keep one car and get money for the other car in the double vehicle giveaway? Well, the official rules give you two choices, right, PJ? Would you like to chime in on that?
Yeah, when the independent auditors select a winning ticket number and it matches your ticket that you've gotten, we do send you a letter and say that you've won. There's an alternate cash option for either the prize or the cash option. But right now the rules, and we're a highly regulated industry, state that you have to take both vehicles. Now, if you wanted to sell one prior to even coming here as something that it's prearranged already,
take it home, enjoy it.
You could do that. We've had a winner.
Do burnouts.
We've had a winner sell the item before they even had the award ceremony. So the new buyer came with the thing. So
I wasn't happy about that one, PJ.
I know. But
hey, we want you guys to enjoy these prizes if you're the winner. Come on.
now we can't jump the title, unfortunately. So yes, you would have to take possession of it, get title in your name, and then do what you'd like with it after that.
There you go. All right. Steve has it's a suggestion from Steve. How about giving away a Gen 1 K5 Blazer 4x4? Gen 1, for those of you who don't know, is 1969 to 1972. Steve, you must have ESP because I was looking at K5 Blazers maybe 4 or 5 days ago. I was looking at them and I thought they could be cool. It's tough to find the right ones, Steve. There's a lot of ones in that like $20,000, $25,000 range. That's not Dream Giveaway, right? For us to find the ultimate K5 Blazer 4x4, we got to find it. And I'm sure it's out there, but I didn't find it last week. So I love the suggestion, and you just keep watching. One day maybe we will.
And it's not part of our secret stash right now.
It's not part of the secret stash. I promise.
All right, Chip's saying, when I win the Roush package, I promise to keep it.
Okay. Speaking of which, before we answer, I've got one question left, but before we do it, let's show the inside here. Roger, I think I can do it. Look at that, one-handed.
This one's easier. Holy cow, Chris, what is going on up front here?
Well, look at that. So, on the F-150s, that 5-liter is tucked back.
Yeah.
That whole firewall is offset. See it there?
Yeah, it's kind of way
you
in the
can
back
see that
there.
Roush charger right there. This is pumping out 705 horsepower. In fact, both of the Roushes are supercharged. We showed you the 510 horsepower Mustang yesterday, and today you can look at the engine bay of that 705.
And this has got way more horsepower than the car, right?
Way more, 705.
And because it's such a souped up engine, it has to be an automatic, right?
Well, that's a great question. I can't tell you that the last year that Ford offered a stick shift in an F-150. And I'm not talking a Lightning from the 90s. I'm not even sure if they had them. Anybody remember the last time you could get a manual shift in a brand new F-150? They haven't offered them in years.
Roger wants to know any camping packages, some coming up soon. We did one of them in what, like 2013 or something like that?
Do you know where I like to camp, PJ?
I don't.
At the Hilton, PJ.
Not outside in the parking lot.
Not outside with the mosquitoes.
But in 2013 we did a camping package.
Yeah, we did. We've talked about it as well. We'd have to have somebody in that camping space on board. But we've talked about it. It could happen.
Yep.
Okay.
Curtis said, I would love to see a 73 Dodge Charger, got a 24 Dodge Charger. Oh.
Well, remember, we just did a 71 Charger Super B, pretty darn close in style and vibe. And I'll be candid with you, if we do another classic Charger, we've never done a 68. Never. So, never say never. And no, I don't have a top secret one hiding back there behind PJ. But the next Charger Classic, maybe we'll do a 68. Or maybe we'll do a GTX, or who knows.
Robert Spencer has a question. Here's an idea. How about a 62 Pontiac Catalina 421 Super Duty?
Well, my friend.
Chris is going to start talking.
Yeah, here we go. I hope you guys aren't going anywhere. So Pontiac ruled in 1962 with NASCAR. And if you recall, Fireball Roberts drove a 1962 Catalina 421 SD, prepped by none other than Smokey Yunick, at the Daytona 500, right? 62. Fireball was then killed in 64 racing as well. In fact, there are so many guys from those early 60s who were racing Pontiac Catalinas. The Super Duty program for Pontiac started with some over-the-counter parts in 1960 on the full-size cars. And you got to remember, this was before the GTO. And by 62, Pontiac was really tough to beat. I mean, Ford had the lightweight Galaxies that they were up against Pontiac, but General Motors got upset. Might have been Chevy who got upset. And in 63, General Motors put forth an edict that says, no more promoting racing. And guess what? It killed the entire Pontiac Super Duty program. So these days, to find a 62 Pontiac 421 SD dual quad, 425 horsepower car, probably out of the budget of what we do for a single car giveaway. I love the idea. They're beautiful cars. They're a style that's never since been repeated, in time. And it's a great idea. I just don't know if we can make it happen.
Very good. Yeah.
And a little bit of Pontiac history for you there. That's what you get for asking me about Pontiac.
Joe says, what about somewhat of a rare but not too pricey Pontiac 2+2 Gentleman's GTO?
Well, I'll tell you what, a 2+2 from 65 is a great looking car. My opinion is 65 and 66 are probably the last of the good looking 2+2s, though I think you could get the 2+2 through 68 or 69 in the rounder style. How about a 62 Grand Prix? Many people think it's the most beautiful full-size Pontiac that's ever been made. There would be a nice giveaway. So let me change the subject.
Well, I'm glad you're on the prize committee.
I'm glad I'm on the prize committee too. Alan would like to know, speaking of prizes and giveaways, why are they 11 months, PJ?
Oh.
Why not 12 months? Well, you know what? They kind of are 12 months. You want to tell them why?
Well, they do run 11 months actively for the giveaway,
Right.
But then we have to pick a winner and we have to end it, and 2 weeks later we have to let mail-in orders to come in. So by the time we actually pick the person,
pick the winner and then hold the ceremony,
right.
PJ.
But it actually does help in taxes because we're talking about a vehicle that's almost a year old or is a year old.
Right.
If it's a newer vehicle, that we can then depreciate 20%, so it's a little easier
That's
on
correct.
the tax burden.
So it's easier on the winner when they go to register, and then it's easier on that federal tax requirement, though we pay that on behalf of the winner. And why not shorter? I remember the co-founder of Dream Giveaway telling the wonderful story about putting a 747 in the air. Do you remember that story,
Yeah, it
PJ?
takes a little bit of power and time to get that thing up and moving.
But once you get it in the air, you want to make sure that it's a nice ride and that everybody knows it's a nice ride before you bring it back down to the ground.
But because of the giveaways are running 11 months,
Yeah.
so we decided to go as many, twice, 2 giveaways in a month or something like this.
Oh, yeah.
So this way here, we've got something ending every month or sometimes 2 ending every month.
Yeah, absolutely. And that gives you guys, that means with one or two starting every month and 1 or 2 ending, like PJ just said, there's always something fresh coming in, and there's always something to get excited about going out, right, PJ?
That's right. And believe me, with all these vehicles here in the garage, we love to talk about them. We love to show everybody what's going on, and we need that time to get everything covered.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Love it. Nothing printed on the back of these, PJ. I think we're out of questions.
We are out of questions.
Oh, and we're out of time. So we'll see you guys tomorrow with more great fun, more great action, and more great grand prizes. It only happens here live in our favorite place on earth. That's it.